Hi friends, I'm Jody. Welcome back to the Speeded Life. So today we are revisiting Spa Day. So we're getting really close to, well, today's actually June 1st. So happy June 1st, happy birthday, all you June people out there. So we're getting really close to getting June's box, right? So probably mid-month or so. So I thought we would revisit Spa Day. And I thought we would probably revisit a couple other boxes. So we'll probably do the Sassy 60s and maybe even, oh my gosh, I forgot what it was. The one before that, I totally forgot what it was. So let's do that. And I thought that, well, if we don't have time, I thought that we would make like a stackable necklace. Okay, so a shorter necklace that you can wear by itself, a medium necklace you can wear by itself, and a long necklace you can wear by itself. And honestly, we're going to use some chain, and I think that possibly we may use every bead that I have left for Spa Day, because when I flip you around, you're going to see that I hardly have anything left, you guys. I utilized this box to the max, and I'm sure the rest of you did too. It was a gorgeous box. So let's flip around and take a look. Okay, so this is what I have left for like my blues and my white. I still have the pearls left, which, you know, that's kind of cool because now it's June and it's Pearl Month. And this is what I have left for purple. So it's quite possible that we could use all the rest of this. I went ahead and pulled all the blue because you guys know I'm so attracted to the blues. So we have this. I have these chips. I brought in some of my really pretty copper heart chain. I thought this would be really cute to put with it. We have one lotus flower left. We have this beautiful table cut flower left. We have a couple, little bit of the copper left, not a whole lot, but we do have some. And I just thought this would be a lot of fun to do. So what I'm grabbing right now is some antique bronze 19 strand bead-along stringy wire. This is the 0.46 millimeter size. And, like I said, we have chain and all kinds of other stuff here. So let's go ahead and start doing this. So now I know that I want, like I said, a short necklace, a medium necklace, and a longer necklace. And I think that my my short necklace, I want to have all beaded. And we will use some of this chain too to make a, like a, oh goodness, like a little thing on the back, an extender on the back. So we will use that too. So I have this, and I am going to just measure out as like a collar necklace for myself. And like I said, we're going to add an extender at the end, but I will measure this, and then we're going to go by the measurement of this and add like 5 inches to each strand. So that way we have plenty of room for other things like mistakes, crimping, all that good stuff. So, well, we won't add, you know what, we'll do one at a time because I'm going to want to do chain on, I think, the medium one. All right, so this one is 22 inches. And like I said, it will be a little bit shorter than that because of the crimping and everything. And yeah. So let's do that. And we'll pick out some clasps in a little bit. But right now, I just kind of want to get this one strung and then go from there. So I think for this one, it should be like very cute, very fun. I really want to use one of these little lotus charms as our, as our focal. And also probably just a smaller bead. And I was honestly thinking, because I didn't pull any purple out, you guys, this is terrible. I do want to work some of the purple into it because the purple and the blue look so beautiful together. I'm not sure if I'll end up using the amethyst at all, but the lighter shades of purple would be really pretty with this. Not that the amethyst wouldn't be, but when I do love purple, I love the lighter shades. So I'm thinking of pulling just one tiny little, actually let's maybe do, ooh, you know what? We have this, I keep forgetting about this one. This like little rose carved purple bead. That would be really pretty right there. Okay, yeah, I like that. That's gonna be pretty. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't think I wanna do that one. I think I wanna do my chips. So these chips are really cool. When I first got them, I was like, oh wow, these are so awesome. And then like I'm looking at them, I'm like, well, is it going to be weird because some are wider than the other? No, guess what? It's not going to be weird at all, guys. It is going to look really cute. So I just brought you in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of sort these out by like flat versus like stick, okay? Because the stick ones we're going to want more along the back side. Plus I want the longer lengths in the front. This one would be really cute, definitely to wear on its own as well. So let's just pull some of these flatter ones out. I mean, we're probably going to use every single last chip because they are really super cool. But my whole goal is, honestly, guys, when you do like a stackable thing, or I think I heard Brittany say neck mess, mess. So like a necklace, but like a mass of necklaces. And I'm like, that's a great way to say it. So when you do something like this, you want the intention to be that you can wear each thing by itself, or you can wear them all together. I'm going to put you just back out just a tiny little bit. There we go. So I want each one to have its own distinct personality. But I also want to be able to wear them together. So let's go ahead and start putting these on. And the reason why I'm deciding to do this one as my shorter necklace is because of the chunkiness of the front of it. I think it's going to really add something to the design of it. And I also think it's going to look really kind of beachy. So it definitely could be one of those ones that you could wear all by itself, and it would look super cute with like even just like a little tank top or something, or a t-shirt, or you know, even a little cute sundress that you want to wear going out with the ladies, or with your significant other. You know, it'll be a lot of fun to do that. So let's work on getting this together. There's going to be a lot of texture, a lot of dimension with this one, and I think that will be amazing. So let's get this on here. I haven't thought too far ahead on how I want everything to kind of like come together, but I think after doing the first one, we should be able to figure that out together. So, well, together like in the future together. You guys didn't know I was that good, right? Talking to you guys from the future, or in the future. I am that good. All right. So let's get this on. And it's going to take us a second to feed these on. There's a lot of them. But I mean, since I saw these, and I'm a sucker for chips anyway. These are so pretty. I absolutely love it. And you know what's so funny is, like, I think I said it before. I think these are these the blue lace agate chips? I'm looking, guys. Why am I not seeing it? Oh yeah, blue lace agate. I haven't purchased blue lace agate. And I don't know why, because it's so pretty. Like, the only blue lace agate I've ever received has been in a subscription box. And, you know, that's just bananas. Like, why am I not buying this beautiful stone? Like, it's gorgeous. And there's so many different depths of, like, blue in here. See, look how cute this is going to look. So many different depths of blue that it just goes with so many things. And also, of course, the white and the gray, and just really, really pretty. My husband's outside cutting the grass, so Woody's kind of beside himself because that's his person. And he's already been out once, and then he wanted back in because he wanted a treat, and now he's kind of pacing. And so if you hear like little toenail click, 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 that's just him going across the wood floor. So see, now this one is a little bit wider, and I've kind of almost thought about taking it off, but I kind of like the way it kind of lumps and bumps there like that. That looks really cool. All right, so let's grab all the rest of these because they are just going on. Now we're just looking for our longer lengths. And like I said, we are not discriminating against any single one of these lovely stones. We are putting them all on because they are all super duper gorgeous. And I love it. It's been a long time since I have used an entire bead box. And I am so close to using this entire box. And one, I'm going to say, because I think that this box was superbly cohesive. I'm going to say that, superbly cohesive, because it absolutely is. I don't think I've had, I mean, not that their boxes aren't cohesive, because they are, but this one is just so, I don't know, like it's, I can't explain it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, there's a difference between getting a curated box and getting one that, like, every last little tiny piece of it matches or goes with each other. And it's crazy. So, kudos to Sam's, because they really, I don't know what y'all are doing over there, but you're geniuses. Every single last one of you is a genius over there. And if you happen to be watching this video, thank you. Thank you for putting such beautiful things together every month, every single month. For some reason, this one is like kind of my favorite. I don't know why. Like, I almost just want to keep him and just like have him in my pocket. But then he's so tiny that I think I would lose him. All right, there's the last of our chips. Look at these chips. Oh, look at these chips, you guys. They are so cool. All right. So along with that, I think what we need to do is I am going to actually pull in now, because this is, I didn't pull out any purple. You guys saw that. I did not. But this one is one of my favorite beads. I love these like rice barrel beads. We're going to pull out some of those. And I think it's the opaqueness in the tone that really makes me happy. So we're going to pull that out, and we're going to go ahead and throw a purple one on here, okay? So just like that. Throw that purple one right on there. And then we will go ahead and put on one of these copper ones. And I might bring out some more copper things that I got from Sam's, because I do have some of the copper hachette findings. I have some of those if we need a little more copper in our life. So we might do that. Let's pull this one on. Oh, hold on one sec. Sorry, I heard Shane come in, and I'm like, oh, he's going to need something. So, and I know he'll have his shoes on, his like lawn mowing shoes, and I didn't want him tracking through the whole house. So I'm like, let me go remedy this now. So, and then let's do another copper and another one of these purple beads. Okay, and we'll do that on each side. I was watching Crimped yesterday, and if you guys haven't seen Crimped, over on Brittany's Facebook channel, they put episodes of Crimped on. I kind of feel like occasionally they get them uploaded to YouTube, but I haven't seen one on YouTube for a little bit. But then again, I don't know, I've been hit and miss with my friends' videos, and it's been crazy. I'm just here to say it's been crazy. All right, so now that we have that, I kind of want to continue on using some of this purple in here, because like I said, I think that we need to utilize a little bit more of the purple from this box to go with this blue. Like, I need to stop the madness with not wanting to use the purple, right? So let's go ahead and put on a few of these little beads, which, by the way, like, I'm going to tell you, like, the Sam Spacer beads, like these little beads, they are like always the best. Whenever they have their box extras out, I'm like gravitating towards all their little spacer beads, because a lot of times I don't use a ton of metal in my projects. And early on, I got kind of like, told something about that in the beginning, but like that I need to use more metal. And I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe I do. But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, I don't want to use more metal. What if I don't want to use more metal? It's like what I want to do, right? So I took it and I said, okay, you know what? I will use occasionally more metal, but instead I just kind of still gravitate towards these colored spacers, like the beads for spacers. And today is kind of a rarity because I'm going to be using more metal than what I typically use. And the reason is because I want some chain in this project. I have a ton of chain, and I really, I'm going to try to make it a goal to try to incorporate, especially if I'm doing something like a multi-strand project or something like that, like really put some chain in there to add that metallic element. So I'm going to be working on that. All right, guys, so this is what it's going to look like so far. And look at those chips. Like, they just kind of like flip-flop everywhere. I think that's like the best. Like, they kind of remind me, like I said, like kind of beachy, like very, I'm going to go to the beach. This is what I'm wearing. I'm wearing this necklace to the beach. All right. All right, and we're going to keep going. But because of the length of this, I think that we're going to want to definitely bring in some more beads. So now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, so what do I want to add? I brought in my little pops of purple. Do I want to continue with the blue lace agate, which I don't have very many of, which would probably be almost perfect because I have 8 of these, and I could do like a little pop of the blue lace agate in here, and just like one on each side here. Because you guys know I like to do these little like larger pops in my stuff for some reason. I don't know what that is, but it's something I like to do. And then we are almost out of these purple. So we're not going to do very much more with this purple. And we're going to kind of do a little something different here. So we brought this blue lace agate in here to kind of divide it off. And I'm just going to set those purple off to the side. And now we're going to focus primarily on this blue because we have enough of it. And you know what I have sitting right here from a previous project? I have these copper, oh, you know what, let's bring these in. My little copper potato chip beads. Why do I have like, sometimes these get like, I don't know if they get like painted together or what happens with them, but this one might not be any good. Once I take it and try to pull it apart here. I'm probably going to end up with an injury, so maybe, just maybe, yeah, let's not do that on camera. Okay, I don't want anyone like passing out or anything. So if we have these, and this kind of like mimics this, right? So maybe we could actually use some of these as well to just do another little segment here. And then I was also thinking too that if I did need to just do a little bit of chain on the back of it, that would probably actually be okay. So let's do this. Let's put our potato chip bead on, or a spacer, I'm sorry, back to back like that to make it kind of wavy. Let's do this blue lace agate. And then, you know what, we could probably bring in a couple more purple. So we could do this little guy. Let's try to keep true to like a little pattern here. Something fun. And, you know, sometimes you'll look at your beads, you're like, well, I don't have enough of any one thing to do something with. You know what? It doesn't have to be like that. Doesn't have to be like crazy perfect, right? It just doesn't. I thought I had an even amount. Oh, I do, because those would be over here. This goes here. Yeah. All right, so we have just enough of this blue lace agate to do another one of these. Had myself confused for a second. And before I get too crazy, let's go over to this other side and do the same thing over here. have one of these. And our purple, nope, our blue. I don't know why that's like that. I think I need to like just trim this off. Sometimes your strands might get a little rough. I don't know what happens there, but oh, you know what this was? I had cut this off of something else because I had made a big mistake, and then I needed to make my necklace bigger. So that's what happened. No, I cut this right from the spool. So yeah, I don't know then. I thought this was one of my larger scraps. Never mind. I'm remembering now. I'm like, that's probably what happened, but it's not. It came right from the spool like that. All right, now we have this much done. And that looks really, really, really pretty together. Okay, yeah, I love this. All right, so now we're getting really close to the end. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna wanna use, like I still want this one to be mostly beaded instead of having chain on it. So we're gonna use our last little cube for each side here. And we're gonna have one little extra one that we would probably use in like a dangle situation or something like that. And then let's just start beading on some of these light blue ones until I'm satisfied on our length. And we're going to use the same chain across the board because this would be like one of those things, if you were to sell it to someone, that you would sell it as 3 pieces that you could, you know, put together as one. So all the chain will, you know, be the same across the board. And I think that would just look really cute. Plus, I really want to use up this little heart chain. You guys, I got the heart chain from Wendy, so I'm not sure. I think that the last time I used it, if I remember correctly, somebody in the notes said that they had purchased some like that from Jesse James Beads. So that's definitely something you can check out if you're looking to get something similar. Otherwise, you could even just Google heart-shaped chain. And, you know, Google's a master. They will show you all the different places that sell it. And you can check out all those places. All right, so far we have 10 on there. Ooh, airplane going by, guys. So my brother went down to Florida to get my niece and nephew for the summer, and they arrived super late last night. So we're going over to my mom's today for dinner so that I can see my niece and nephew and we can hang out. I'm excited about that. So there's 15, and okay, so there's 20 on this side. So let's go ahead and put 20 on this side, and then we'll call this one good, because like I said, I'm going to be adding an extender to it. So it's okay. You can wear it short, you can wear it a little bit longer if you want to wear it by itself. I mean, however you want to do it. I'm just making it with layering in mind. And since layering is a big thing this year, I thought it'd be fun to do that. We did some stacking bracelets, but we haven't done any stacking necklaces. So we're doing it now. So it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, need 4 more. There's 18, and there's 20. All right, so now we have our necklace, and this is super cute. I'm really, really excited about it. Let me grab some crimps. Hold on one second. I'm going to see what I have for little clasps, and I'll be right back. Okay, and then I figured that since these are all going to be like, you can wear them together, I brought out my smaller lobster clasps. So there we go. And let's go ahead and put on our crimp, our lobster clasp, and pull that up. And because I've been paying attention in class, I made sure I brought out like a little scrap of this wire because because we're using Bead wire. It's a little bit less, it's not like, I don't know, the consistency between the Bead wire and the Soft Flex is a little bit different. The Soft Flex works great, like the Magical Crimpers works great on the Soft Flex. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, the Bead wire, it still works good, but I think I get a better result when I use the third little strand in there. It could just be my imagination, you guys. I don't know, but it's something that I've picked up on from several of the people who've been showing how to use the Magical Crimpers properly. So I am going to test that theory out a little bit more. And like I said before, I really want to be able to master these. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Look at that nice little crimp, you guys. That's like the perfect little crimp. All right. Now I know that none of my little tails are going to fit through these beads more than once. So we are going to clip off our little extras. Let's do one at a time, Jody. Don't be goofy. There we go. There's one. And there's two. And then we're going to clip off this bigger piece up here because we don't need that. We do not need that. Let me scoot down in there. There we go. And we can just scoot our beads up towards our crimp and all the rest of them. But let's make sure, let's do our little swirl and make sure that everything is going to lay correctly. There we go. And then let's put our crimp on. We're gonna make sure our jump ring is closed all the way, and it's not. I'll grab my pliers too. Where are they? There they are. Okay, that wasn't so bad. But let's make sure that's closed perfectly. There we go. And then we can put this on. And we're gonna do the same thing here. So we're gonna go through our little jump ring, or our crimp, and we're going to pull that down. Let's measure out our loops according to the other size and make sure that they look similar, and they do. And now while we're holding all this, let's stick our scrap in here. I know this seems like a really silly little extra step, you guys, but I think it's really made a difference in the crimping when I'm using Bead wire, using the Magical Crimpers. I can crimp all day long with my regular crimpers, like no problem. And 90% of them come out looking really good. But if I really want to master these and use these more often, then I really want to work with them. All right, so look, that's a nice little crimp. Let's go ahead and trim off our scraps, which we're going to save. There we go. These little teeny tiny ones like this, I probably won't save that because it'll be hard to trim off anyway. So we'll just kind of put that in our little junk pile here. There we go. And then This one right here. There we go. All right, we have our shortest necklace done. Oh, no, we don't. Let's put on a little bit, just a tiny little bit of our heart chain. I would say maybe about 2 inches should be fine. And these are welded, so unfortunately we have to break a heart. We have to be a heartbreaker. And they're not super duper strong, so you can use your regular wire cutters to trim it off. All right. And these are big enough that we don't need to put on another jump ring. So let's just open up this jump ring, which if I would have thought about it, I would have only opened this jump ring once and had everything put on it. But I didn't think that far ahead, so we didn't do it. All right, let's put this on. And then I'm gonna want to put a little dangle on the back of it, just to kind of weigh it down just a tad. So let me grab a head pin. That's an eye pin. Grab head pins, Jody. There we go. Got a little ball head pin here. And since we only have one of these little purple guys left, let's put him on. I think he would make a really great little dangle. So let's grab that and do that. Get my round nose pliers. And let's make this little dangle. There we go. Pop it open a little and just put him on the very last little heart. That's really super cute. And we can use our pliers to do our little wrap. Just need a little wrap, doesn't need to be big. And then come in here and trim that off like so. And just, whoop. There we go. All right. And then I will put all these on at the end so you can see them. I'll add them one by one, starting with the shortest. And that way we can see how it builds. So there is necklace number 1. Really cute little necklace. All right, guys, I'm going to clean up a little bit of my trash here, and then we're going to get ready for the middle necklace, which is going to have quite a bit of chain, and I'll show you how we're going to measure that out. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm just going to pull you all the way out so you can see my mess. I'm doing that because I wanted to show you what we have going on. So I do have a longer piece of this chain, and then I also have a shorter piece. So what I am thinking is probably we could use our shorter piece because it's long enough to do what I want to do. Now, I would like my necklace to come down to here. So this is what, like, because I'm not good at eyeballing. You guys know I'm not. This is about, I'm going to say we're going to want like 4 inches of length. So probably it's going to be like we're going to probably cut like a 12-inch strand to make this what we want it to be. And so I'm going to grab my bead stringing wire that I have here, and we're going to measure out 12 inches because that will include crimping and all that stuff. So let's just measure out 12 inches real quick. And I did this like totally the weird way. Let me give you a little comedic value here, guys. Okay, so 12 inches, here we go. And let's cut that off. All right, and then let's just do one of these numbers. So let's say this is going to be back here, and we're going to have a clasp on it, right? And let's just measure this out. So we have enough to do crimping while also having this necklace be long enough for me for what I want. Now this one, I will still put an extender on it because maybe if somebody wanted to wear this one by itself and they wanted it longer, then they could. So we know we are good with our measurement. We're fine with that. Let's put this necklace off to the side. And we're going to cut our chain in half just so we have it prepared. And I'm just going to kind of measure up both of these pieces together. Here's one. Let's just stick those together. It doesn't have to be this accurate. I don't know why I'm being this accurate. All right, so it looks like we're going to want to cut this one here. I'll grab my cutters. Let's go in, cut that one little link. We broke another heart today. Guys, we're breaking hearts today. All right, and let's just put those off to the side, and we'll use those shortly. All right, so now we're going to design the front part of our necklace. And it needs to have a dangle. Like, it definitely needs to have a dangle. And I'm almost thinking about just giving it like a regular, just a metal dangle. But I kind of don't feel like that's enough. Like, maybe it needs something a little bit smaller. So maybe we come in with this purple one like we had planned in the beginning and do it this way. Because I think I'm going to want to use my big heart flower on something, on like the longest one. So let's do this. And then this one is going to have a little more purple than the last one, okay? So the last one we focused on a lot of blue. This one's going to have more purple and maybe even these pearls, but less blue. All right. So we got that. Now, it's a good thing I did pull out those eye pins because we are going to need one. There's our eye pin, and it's looking all crazy. So let's give it a little straighten real quick. Just one little straighten, like that. And let's find him. It drilled this way. That's a pretty facet. Oh, let me bring you back in because now you don't need to be so far. Whoa, wrong way. Sorry, guys, if I made you nauseous. All right, so there we go. Now is it going to catch up? There we go. All right. This one we're going to do a, I think that's too close. Ooh, there we go. All right, this one we're going to do maybe like a little wire wrap loop just because it's going to go up here. So let's grab our round nose pliers. And this is thicker material, but it also, hold on, I want it to go this way because that's going to hook onto there. Yeah. But it's also kind of malleable, so I think we'll be able to use our pliers and do just like a little fat wrap. Okay, so just like that. And then we'll come in with our bent nose pliers to hang onto our loop. Let's grab our regular pliers and let's just slowly make our wrap around. And now we got a nice little chunky wrap there. I like that, little chunky wrap. And then we can trim this off. You know, it's so funny whenever I use purple, all my friends out there, you guys, you're all like, oh, good job, Jody, use purple. I love making you guys proud. It makes me happy to make you guys proud of me. All right, so we have that. And now let's open them up. Let's put this really cute little lotus charm on. I love lotuses, you guys. Is it loти? It's probably lotuses. I love lotus flowers. I think they're so pretty. Okay. Let's put him on because he is the center of attention. Look at that. And then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to grab that purple. So we need more of these little rose carved beads because they are beautiful. And then we also need Oh no, you guys, I just spilled. I will be right back. Okay, so that's fun. I spilled like an entire thing of crimp beads onto my floor. So after I'm done doing this, I'll be cleaning up. But while I was out, I decided to pull some copper faceted beads. So here we go, some antique copper, and we're just going to pull those out because we might need them since I used all my square spacers, and I want this to be kind of like a little more metal in this than some of my other pieces. So let's grab the pearls and we're going to cut this open. You know, one of the challenges for June for me is to use more pearls in my pieces to like kind of really celebrate the pearl. And so far we're winning, right? Because I'm using pearls in this one too, and it's only June 1st. And the video that posted today is our introduction to pearls, really, basically is what it is for me. And we're going to put that pearl right up front here, front and center. And then we are going to bring in a little bit of blue, guys, because we're going to need just a tiny little bit of blue. So what I'm thinking is doing this and then doing like 3 of these little blue beads, keeping that tiny right there. Do another spacer. Bring in one of these really pretty purple flowers. Nope, you know what? That's too much little right there. So that's too much little. Okay, so let's do the blue. I'm trying to think of how I want to set this up. Maybe do another pearl. Let's do this purple. Nope, let's do the spacer. And then we're going to do the purple rose bead, little flower bead. You know what? I am not going crazy about that blue. I think this is the wrong blue. Like, I think if we're going to bring anything in, it needs to be this blue. Let's look at that. So then maybe we have our little segment all set up wrong. But we're still going to start with that pearl because we have the purple bead right here. And so we're going to start with our little faceted spacer, do our pearl. Let's do this blue one, then our pearl, then our spacer. Let's do our purple, this blue, and then our purple. This I'm liking better, guys. This is what I'm talking about. That's what this one needs. That looks pretty. Okay, the other blue was just a little bit too bright, a little too on the nose. But I still wanted this to be a little bit to match this a little bit, right? Like we want it to be something that you want to wear together, something you want to wear separate. And I think bringing in this blue is going to be probably more of what we need. But here's the thing. So I've used 3 already. Let me see how many of these I have, because we may not be able to use too many more. Okay, so it looks like we have 3 for this side, 4 and 4. So we'll be able to use 4 of those total, and that's fine, because then we can do, you know, other things on the side. It's fine. All right. So then let's do this side here and bring in a pearl. That one's kind of short and squatty. I want it to be at least close to the same length here. There we go. And another pearl. Our little spacer. Our purple flower. Whoop, 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 come back. Okay, this is pretty. I like this. I like the way these colors are looking together, and I like mixing up the beads like this. It just looks really cool. I think that looks really pretty. I'm happy with it. There we go. And yeah, I don't think we're gonna really need to worry about like anything else. Like this pattern is going to complete this totally. So now over here we have our little rose, one of these, our little rose, and another spacer, and then this one will be ready to be crimped onto our chain. So there's that one, and now let's finish off this end, and we're gonna have a few little pearls left over. I think I might, I don't know if I'm gonna save these or if I'm going to use them right up, but we'll see. All right, so then this blue one, and then let's end it with our purple and our little spacer. All right, and then before we get too crazy, because we know sometimes I tend to get a little bit too crazy, let's match this up. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything, because you guys know I'm like kind of a queen for that. So, and we look good. Okay. Now let's get my crimps that I need. I need 2 of my copper crimps. Okay. I've been noticing like weird things with my crimps lately, and I don't know. I might have to, I mean, these are Bead-A-Lon and they should be like pretty much pristine, but I've noticed lately that there's been some inconsistency from time to time on the shape of my crimps, and I don't like that. So I might be switching over 100% to soft flax, you guys. I don't know. I have a lot of Bead-A-Lon ones to get through, but as I run out of my favorite colors, I think I'm just going to order them from soft flax and see how it goes. So I will let you know when I'm using something different, and then that way you guys can see and check it out, or whatever. All right, so the same as on the other side now, we do want, I'm putting it right on this chain, okay? We want it to be very seamless, and then we're going to take a piece of our scrap wire and we're going to just stick it in there just like we did before, so we can try to make sure we're getting a really nice crimp. The other great thing about this chain too is it's super lightweight, so it's not going to be one of those ones where you're going to feel like the summer, like all hot and sweaty, like wearing it. So that's one thing to think about too when you're making stuff for certain seasons, is to think about the heaviness of maybe the chain that you're using. I know a lot of people will use like more natural fibers and stuff for their necklaces, but it's still like a good chain. Okay, and there is our crimp, and it turned out really, really nice, you guys. I'm really loving the ideas that I've been given from watching some of these other tutorials. Okay, a little piece, and a little piece, and the bigger piece. Let me just sneak on in there real quick. Hold that back. There we go. Okay, that looks good. And then we can move that up. And now our little copper crimp looks just like a little bead sitting there. Doesn't look like anything else. All right, let's put this one on. And then grab this chain and let's do the same thing on this side. Oh, I forgot, this actually will fit through here, so we can actually, let's do this side this way. I'm just so used to the wires not fitting through the beads that I didn't even try. All right, match that up. Let's make sure it's about the same size, and it is, so that's good. All right, so I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I share a wall with the bathroom, and my husband's in there taking a shower right now, and he's singing. So if you guys can hear him singing in the shower, you're welcome. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. He is my singer. He loves, loves, loves to sing. And he's actually really good. I mean, we've done karaoke. Well, he's done karaoke. I do karaoke for people's comedic value because I do not have a singing voice. As my mother would say, I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. So, and she is 100% correct. My talents lie elsewhere in life, guys. It's not singing. All right. And there it goes. And now we can trim off our little scraps here. And this one is almost done, and we just have one more necklace to make, and then our modeling of our necklaces, and that is it, guys. Today's going to be my day to do some extra videos and have them in the video bank for Chris to post. He is going on vacation on the 6th, which is this coming Friday. So he's the poster, I'm the maker, he's the poster, and oh, my loops didn't turn out the same. That's okay. I'm not mad about it. So there'll be possibly, I think, he's going to get as much put up and timed out as he can. So I don't think you guys will even notice like a lag in videos or anything like that. But we'll do our best. But, people need vacations. I'm taking one in July. I'm going down to Myrtle Beach to stay at my in-laws' condo and celebrate our 7th wedding anniversary. And I'm looking forward to that. Some beach time with my amazing hubby. All right, so now I grabbed a smaller jump ring so we can put our clasp on. And just as a reminder, I'm going to kind of like remind you guys as it gets closer to any of you who live in, I don't remember if she said South Myrtle Beach area or North Myrtle Beach area. I don't even remember, but it's South Carolina, that I do know. So if any of you live near that area and maybe want to try to get together and have like some lunch or something or a breakfast, let me know. I would love to do that. It would be so much fun. My husband is a sleeper inner, so if you want to definitely do like a little breakfast, that would be perfect. I can drive and meet you somewhere, and we can have a brunch or a breakfast and just get caught up and just get to know each other. And I think that would be a lot of fun. So even if we can get like a little group of us together, and then we could all meet each other too, that'd be so nice. So again, like I said, I was putting a little extender on each one of my necklaces today. And I think for this one, we will kind of like stay on brand, and we will use one of these pretty little rosettes here. And I want to use this last little cube. And so we'll just kind of pop that on there. Let me get my head pin. There we go. Oh, is that closed all the way? A little extender dangle. And we're going to wrap this right onto the end of our extender chain. All right. And let's pop that right on there. Cute, cute, cute. We'll hang on to that, and then we'll wrap that up. Yeah, a couple little wraps, and then that one is all done, you guys. All right, let me just make sure there's nothing that needs to be squished in. All right, let's put this on here. We'll hook that on. All right, I'm gonna get some of the stuff out of my way. And so here's our longer one. I'm gonna pull you guys out. Here we go, zooming out. You can see my mess. And then this one will layer in just like that. So this is what we have so far. What do you guys think? I think that looks really cool together. All right, I'm going to pause this, get this kind of picked up again, and get ready to make our final necklace, which I think is going to take up a lot of beads. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and now we need to do kind of the same thing. I brought you guys inward, but I need to bring you back out. I'm so sorry. Hold on one sec. Okay, we're going back out. So now we're going to make a necklace that needs to be longer than this one, okay? So this one is here to here, and then I think we're still going to use some chain, but I think I want to use a shorter amount of chain. So let's just do this, because I would like more of the beaded. So we're going to use this much chain. And let's cut here. All right, so we have that. All right, so this is like going to be like a little approximation here. All right, and then we need our bead string and wire. And instead of doing like this weird measurement that I was doing, let's just kind of take it. I'm going to lay it here. And we are going to bring this to here. Oh, come back, come back. All right, let's lay that on top of that. And then let's do one of these numbers. And I think this will be good. Let's cut here. That should give us plenty of room to crimp. I'm gonna wrap this up before it becomes unmanageable and put the little lid on it. And now I'm gonna zoom you back in. I'm so sorry, please don't get sick. Okay, there we go. And then put that one off to the side. This is the chain we're gonna use, so we'll put that off to the side. Let's take this little guy, put him off to the side. And then I thought that I would use these two little amethysts with this pearl and this little guy here. I think this would look really cute. And then I also thought about maybe even hanging one more little pearl guy here. So like this little one here, like doing it like this is on one eye pin, this is on an eye pin, and this would be on a head pin. I think this would look really cute, but then I'm kind of wondering if maybe I just leave one of these off and maybe go with a longer length of one. So like maybe this one, but I kind of like this little squatty one. Let's do this. All right, so we need a head pin and we need an eye pin. This eye pin's a little bit crazy. Let's fix him because otherwise he probably won't. I don't even know if maybe this one will fit over, like these beads will fit on it. It's kind of a fat eye pin. I mean, we can try it and see, and if not, then we can come up with something else. Oh, that definitely will not. Okay, our little pearl will. So our little pearl will just like kind of sit on there. That looks really cute. So maybe we'll do the little copper spacers with it. I just want to kind of elongate this just a tad. So that looks pretty. Whoops, sorry, I was like way off camera. That looks pretty. All right. Then let's go ahead and we're going to do our little wrap here. We're going to do a wire wrap loop again. This is going to go on our wire for our necklace. And again, we're going to do this number, and we're going to grab it with our bent nose pliers, just like so. Flip that around, and then let's just kind of do one of these numbers just a couple times, and then we have a nice little wrap there. I was doing it again, sorry guys. I was like, here, it's right here, but it's here. All right, trim that off, get our little pliers out. This has like a little bit of purple on its edge too. It's really cute. Oh, that's not even a hole. Okay, there we go. Like, where's the hole at? Yeah, that's gonna look pretty. And just because it'd be easier to make a little wire wrap loop, let's put this little purple guy right on top. A little tiny amethyst. That looks pretty. All right. And then we'll make our little wrap loop here. It's gonna be a little wrap loop. And then hang on to our loop. And let's just wrap this right on. Whoop. Got a little violent there. If any of you can hear my husband singing, please put it in the comments. I want to know. And then I'll show him that people can hear him singing all the time. I mean, we can turn that into a game for any time I have a video, because he's pretty much singing nonstop. He's a very happy guy. All right, so there we go. And then we can attach our, oh, I kind of went a little bit too tight with that, didn't I? I'm gonna have to fix that little loop, but we can fix that easy. Kind of manipulating it now. All right, there we go. I didn't know my own strength, you guys. And there's our cute little dangle for that one. That's going to be really pretty. All right, I think I need to do some like twisting here, because these need to be facing the same direction. So we're just going to grab a hold of this one down here and just kind of make these face the same direction. There we go. That's much better. All right, I'm going to slide these tools off to the side because I kind of get a little wild with my tools. Let's just bring you out just a tiny little bit. There we go. And then let's put our dangle on, our pendant. I'm going to grab a few things. I don't have a lot left, you guys. We are down to skin and bones here. This one is almost completely done, and I think what I'm going to end up doing, instead of putting it back in its own box, I am going to grab the previous month's box and join it up with that, whatever I have left, and just leave both of my little bookmarks in there, right? My little guides to what we have. But then we do have the stuff left on my dish. Some things we're not going to be using. Like we're not gonna use this lotus. We're not gonna use this lotus. I don't know if we're gonna use these like diamond brios or not, but we'll see. Okay, we have some stuff. We have some options. So let's just dump that out, and let's just have fun with this one. Okay, so we have everything we need here right now. I do want to start this one with a couple of these, like maybe one of these blue ones here. And I think if we use these like here, that could be fun. But I would like to do the copper in between. So let's see, I have 4 and 4. And I want this side facing up. It has like a little different, like this one's more raised. So I like to use this side facing up. Let's see if I put that on the right way. And I did. Good. Okay. So we'll have that. And then let's do another copper bead. This one. I don't know if I want them all together though. Like I kind of like scattering them up the side maybe. So maybe this is not a good spot for that. Hold on, let me think. Because it would be cool if it went up the side a little bit more. So maybe let's do this. And then let's do another blue one. So the first side that we do is the side that we try to figure out what we want to do with our life, right? So that's what we're going to try to do right now. And then we could go in and make this really super geometrical. Or I could add some softness to it with some of these really pretty purple check glass beads. So let's put one of these on. I haven't used any of these yet, which really surprises me because I love that oval shape. Okay, so that looks really cool. I like that. So then let's continue on. Let's do this, this, and this. And then I think we'll bring in one of these. I think that will look cool. Yes, that looks so much better. Yeah, I like that. Okay, that's going to be cool. Then we will do another one of these. Our copper spacer. I have more of these copper spacers too, guys. So if we need more, we can definitely use more. And then maybe we'll bring in something different. So like here's another purple. So we could bring in that purple. I also have these rondelles and we have these squares. Now, if we want to make it really interesting, we could do this like really pretty square. And just have this be kind of funky geometrical in a way. I think that would be cool. Let's do that, and this. And then I kind of think I'd like to reverse this. So like instead of going back to this one, do this one again and do one more whole like pattern like this. I think that would look really cute. So let's do that. Let's do this, this, and that. Let's do another one of these really pretty. I like these. I have these in several colors from Sam's. Most of them I bought on my own because, you know, it didn't come in a box, a bead box. So you could tell I really like them. And I have some in like this brown that I've ordered a few times as they come up on a live sale. I've been kind of hoarding them and like hanging on to them because I'm thinking of a really cool project to do this fall. And I've just been kind of hanging on to them. So I don't normally plan that stuff that far ahead or like what I want to use or what colors I want to use. But I saw it and then I was thinking, ooh, that would be so cool in the fall with like red or like that burnt orange or something like that. So we have some, I'm starting to think about fall already, guys. Summer's like not even here yet. We haven't even hit the solstice yet. And I'm already thinking about fall. That's kind of nuts. But you know what? It all happens so fast, especially in the jewelry world, right, guys? The fashion world. Like you are barely done with, not even like done with one season, and you're already thinking about a season that's 2 seasons away. And it's like, okay, slow down time, slow down. I'm just rushing my time is what I'm doing. And we don't want that. All right, and then we just need to do this little segment again. Yep, just like that. And then we want to put on our diamond shaped brio. And then our square. These squares are really cool too. They've really found some really cool check glass beads for this this box. I know it's like a teamwork thing, but I imagine like Rachel like sitting there with all these like check glass bead shapes and she's like, I pick you and I pick you and I pick you. Rachel, tell me if that's how you do it, because I want to know if you're watching. And she might be, like, I know she likes to catch the stuff done with the box. Like I know that they do like to watch to see what we're making with the boxes and stuff. So, which is really cool. I like that they have like that hands-on, like, oh, I got to see what, you know, what they're all up to and what everyone's making. And the cool thing about that is you can watch every single person's unboxing of every subscription you get, and you're going to get different reactions and visualizations from each person based on their style, their own personal style, and their personalities, right? So every time you watch an unboxing, even, you're going to get something different from it, different perspectives. That's what I love about it. It's like you can take a love for something that we all have the same love and passion for this, right? But you can take it and then everyone's is different. Everyone's feeling is different on it. And it's so cool. All right, so now we're going to go back to our pattern back in reverse again, which I really love doing that. We're going to have one extra, so we're going to put him off to the side. All right, so I don't get confused and add an extra one somewhere where it doesn't belong. Because, you know, occasionally I get confused, guys. I just do. Oh my goodness gracious, get on there. There we go. And then we need one of these. And then we'll do another one of these little segments here. So I felt so inspired yesterday, guys. I went to the farmer's market with my mom and my husband. And it was my mom's first time being at the Kalamazoo Farmer's Market. And just wandering around and, you know, just taking in all the sights and the smells and the colors and just everything. Like, it was so amazing. And then I started thinking about, like, how truly beautiful the state that I live in is. Everyone's state, first of all, is truly beautiful. There's something beautiful in everybody's home state. But when sometimes I get down on Michigan because of winter, I don't like winter. But I think about like how beautiful it is. And I think about, you know, we have lavender fields and we have, you know, our sunflower fields, and we have our food fields, right? So like your grains, your, all that stuff. And I don't know, I'm absolutely in love with the colors of Michigan. And then we are surrounded by all these gigantic lakes and forests, or, well, we call them woods, but forests or woods. Just the beauty of the state I live in. And it really inspired me. And I'm really looking at, I was going to talk to, you know, Danielle, and since she's been enjoying doing these little collections with us, I wonder if she'd want to do like the beauty of Michigan or something. And you can really just do really do it up with like the golds and the blues and just so many things. What in the world? Some of these, I'm like, I know they have a hole because they were on a strand. All right, I wasn't having this much trouble with them earlier. I don't know what the deal is. There's one. Okay, So the next one we need is one of these diamond brios. There we go. And then we'll do our little baby bead segment. And then we need a square. And then we will, that one, that one, that one. And we still need to bead some more. So we're just gonna keep doing our pattern until we run out. Now we are out of the purple, which is fine because we're getting really close to the end here, guys. You can see that. So I think that's gonna be okay that we're out of those purple silky ovals. I'm just trying to fix my, that's better. Okay, so we'll do another square and another one of these diamond brios because we do have one. And then if we need anything else at the top, it'll just be some babies, right? Well, it's okay. So let's do our square again. And then let's do this, this, that, our square. Our diamond brio. And our other diamond brio. And then our little baby bead segment. There we go. And we do want to maybe go up one more. So I think we'll just continue on with some of the little smaller beads that we have here and just make that work. So that we can keep like our little pattern intact here. So let's do that. We have 2, 2, 1 and 1. We have 2, 2, 1 and 1. And then I'm going to grab some more of those little spacers that I have. I don't know how many we'll need. I'm just going to grab a couple because we'll just throw them in if we need them. All right, and then let's do one of these little amethyst beads. Do that. And that. Don't need very much more, just a little bit. Just don't want to shorten the length of this because I intentionally want this to be longer. And I don't think, I don't think we're going to need to put an extender on this one because this one's going to be super duper long and I think it'll be okay. So let's do our amethyst, our copper, oh my goodness gracious. I just don't understand how I'm having such a hard time with some of these. It's clearly not me. It's clearly that, because I've been putting these on this whole time. It's definitely the bead. It's definitely the bead, not me. All right, I'm going to pause you guys so you don't have to watch the struggle bus, and I'm going to try to get these on here. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so these last few beads, we're just not, because I even got out like a needle to try to find the hole, and I'm struggling, and so we're not even going to worry about it, right? Let's put our last 2 little amethysts on here, and I'm going to grab another 2 more spacers, and then we're ready to crimp this. So let me just grab those out. 2 more little spacers. There's 1 and 2. This is literally all I have left, you guys, of this bead box. This is it. Of Spa Day. That's it. Can you believe it? I can hardly believe it myself. All right, so let's go ahead and do our crimping. I'm gonna grab those, but this time I'm gonna put my lid back on my crimper, my crimp beads, and I'm not gonna make that mistake again. All right, so we have our chain here. We want to cut this in half. I'm gonna just use this little needle that I have sitting right here just to hold this. And let's find our halfway point, which is this one right here. And we're gonna break a heart one more time, guys. We're breaking one more heart today. And there we go. We broke our last heart for the day. Oh, let me put that needle back in this little container. Otherwise, I will drop it and then I will probably step on it. There we go. All right, got our little segments of chain. Let's put this on here and our chain on here. There we go. And it's so cute that we only used one pearl in this. So maybe I'll take one of these pearls and put it on the back as like our little dangle piece. That would be really cute. All right, so now I'm gonna try to get this matched up a little bit better than what I did last time. I mean, I know it's okay, but. All right, so we've got our other little piece in there. Let's grab our pliers, our crimping pliers, and let's crimp that down. Turn it sideways, give another crimp, and just rotate and crimp. And making that little ball. And there it is, not bad, not too bad. Now this copper one here will go into, well, these strands will go into that copper one. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit of the strand off just because I like the way it looks better when it goes inside of a bead. It just kind of tucks away a lot nicer for me. And then when you're using some gravity here, let's trim off this one, but only that. And let's just scoot all the way down. Oh, that one went flying. I don't know where that one went, but that's okay because I'm sweeping after this video, so it's fine. I will get it. There's no cats in here, so we're good to go. All right, I'm gonna slide this one on, put our chain on, put our tail through our crimp and our spacer, and then let's pull that down. Let's try to measure our loop. Looks like it's right, so we're good there. Grab our little piece of wire, and we're just going to stick that into, I'm leaving just a little bit into that bead, but not a lot of it, so I don't have to cut down here for that one. Just enough to make it so I can get a really good crimp out of this. All right, we got a great crimp. That's awesome. Now let's just trim off what we don't need. Saving that piece for later. And oh, that one went flying too. Okay, guys, I really do have some cleaning to do in here today. Goodness gracious. All right. And then I need one more of those tiny jump rings. So what I do with them, I have that one and this one. And like I said, this one is not going to have a extender chain, but I think what we'll do is we'll still put like a little dangle on our end, just because it'll be cute. put that in there. These are a little bit darker than the actual clasp, but I mean, I think it's going to be okay. The clasp is a little bit darker too. I don't, you know, I would love to be more consistent on how I match up all my pieces, because it does kind of bother me. And what I need to do is I just need to start ordering from one place, and so hopefully it all matches. All right, so we have this one. There we go. And then we need this one for our clasp. And there we go. All right, and let's make one little dangle, just one little tiny one here. And I think we're going to use a little pearl back there. So let's use this one. Straighten out our crazy head pin here. There we go. Whoop. Aw, he's a cute little dangle. And I think instead of putting it on our jump ring there, I think we're going to put it right here, like on this little heart, because that way it'll be out of the way of the clasp, but it'll still be just something, a little something extra. Whoop, this heart. Just a little something extra on the back of your necklace. It'll be cute. And if you'll see it if you wear your hair up. Somebody will see it. It'll be adorable. But if your hair's down, it's just going to be hiding under your hair, unless you have short hair, and then you're good. There we go. And there we are. All right, let's hurry up and clean this stuff up. I'll put these onto my little dish here. I'm going to work these in with the previous month's box, Sassy 60s. I'm going to half and half the box because I don't have a lot left in the other one either. And then I'll just put my cards, my little reveal cards in there together, and that way it'll condense it down and I'll have an extra box, because you guys, I am running low on boxes and I keep being tempted on just ordering more boxes, but that doesn't resolve the issue at hand. Is I have a lot of beads and I need to utilize them. So all right, I'm going to pull you way out. There we go. Now you can see all my mess. And then this is our longest necklace, and now you're not going to see the whole length of everything until I have it on. But I just wanted to show you on the mat what it looks like. All right, so there's that one. And then we have our middle necklace, which is here. And again, every single one of these can be worn by itself. And then here's our little short necklace. What do you guys think? I think this looks so pretty together. All right, I'm going to get these all on. Well, we're going to do one at a time. So we're going to get one on at a time, and I will show you how they look. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so here's like the little choker collar one. That one looks really cute. And like I said, you can wear it by itself, or you can wear it stacked with these other necklaces. The great thing about this is you can shorten this one too if you wanted to make this one a really, really short necklace. So I'm just going to actually do that a little bit. I'm going to shorten it up a little just so I can show you guys like what was in my head for layering. This is the two necklaces together, and I love that. That looks really sweet. And then our final necklace, I'm just going to slip on over my head. Then we have this one. Oh my gosh, you guys, this turned out so cute. Okay, that looks really nice together. That's fun. I love it. I had to take my earrings out so it wasn't so obnoxious that you could see it. I hope you guys really like this one. This one's a lot of fun to make. I know it's a little more time consuming, but totally worth it. I think that making these necklaces that you can wear together or by themselves is just as much fun as making the bracelets that you can stack and wear together or by themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and wish you guys a most wonderful Sunday. Again, you'll probably be seeing a lot of videos with me wearing the same clothes because I plan on pumping a few out today because I have plans, guys. I have plans for some things. So I will see you guys real soon. Sending you my love. Bye, guys.